Does size matter? This is Photo Basics in 30 Days, a guide to jumpstart your photography journey. Day 23, Sensor Sizing. A history lesson. Back in analog photography days, your normal roll of film was 35mm. So when photography transitioned to digital, it was a goal to have a sensor which had the same area and proportions to keep the same standards. However, making sensors was expensive, now and especially back then. So having a smaller sensor meant saving costs. So a useful alternative was using APS-C, which also came from a smaller film size. Nowadays, APS-C is still used in digital photography, mainly in budget cameras with some exceptions. While the standard 35mm size equivalent was named full frame, APS-C and other smaller formats are called cropped. As you can imagine, different sizes have different effects. The main thing you'll notice is that lenses' focal distance are measured for full-frame cameras. So if you place the same lens in a full-frame camera and a crop sensor camera, you'll notice that the image looks more zoomed in the latter. Another thing affected by the size is the bokeh. Yes, as we saw in the aperture video, it depends on the lens, but also due to physics, a full-frame sensor appears to have a shallower depth of field when compared to a crop camera. Finally, in most cases, you'll notice better low-light performance in larger sensor cameras. So it will seem obvious to get a full-frame camera, right? Well, again, everything in photography is a game of trade-offs. Crop sensor cameras can be generally cheaper, so they're great on a budget. In many cases, they have higher megapixel counts than some full-frame cameras, so you're able to crop further in your photos without losing quality than with a full-frame camera with less megapixels. They're lighter, so they're great for travel photography, and finally, having more zoom-in images with the same lenses are a great feature for sports and wildlife photographers. That's why I love having both sizes. Which one do you prefer? Let me know in the comments. I'm Kevin Chaires, and I've been taking photos for more than 10 years, and this month I'm sharing a new photo topic each day. Tomorrow, we'll talk about differences in mirrorless versus DSLR, so follow me to stay tuned.